Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Andy. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. We're live. I'll trim out all that stuff. If you watched it, you got to see something that no one else will see in the future because it's going to be deleted. But I thought, let's do a quick little live stream this afternoon on a Sunday. Wonder Woman 3 was just announced. Let's talk about that quickly. And since that's not going to be a huge long conversation, I thought, let me do what everyone else, all the cool kids are doing online. Let's rank the DCEU films. I have them here. I'm going to move them around. I just got into Letterboxd. I haven't really used it too much, but let's try it, shall we? I'm going to rank all the films. You guys can chat and get involved in this conversation if you want. I thought, let's just hang out. Let's do this. All right, so before we get to the ranking, let's talk about this news that just broke literally minutes ago. Wonder Woman 3 is in the works with director, Patty Jenkins. Diana Prince is heading back to the big screen for a third Wonder Woman movie. Warner Brothers has fast-tracked the development of another installment of DC Comics franchise with Gal Gadot returning to star as the title heroine and Patty Jenkins back to write and direct the upcoming entry. Announcement comes on the heels of Wonder Woman 84. They debuted the company's streaming service and select movie theaters on Christmas Day. As fans around the world continue to embrace Diana Prince driving the strong opening weekend performance of Wonder Woman 84, we are excited to be able to continue our story with our real-life Wonder Women, Gal and Patty, who will return to conclude the long-planned trilogy, said Toby Emmerich. Though many opted to watch 84 at home, his film still generated surprisingly robust ticket sales, at least for the times we in. Collected 16.7 million bucks from 2,000. Wow, 2,000 theaters. It's a lot for what I didn't think it'd be that many just in North America. The best opening weekend to date, especially given the fact that it was also available on streaming. Wonder Woman 4 broke records and exceeded our expectations across our key viewing and subscriber metrics in its first 24 hours on the service, and the interest and momentum we're seeing indicates that this will likely continue well beyond the weekend, said the Executive Vice President of Warner Media, Direct-to-Consumer. During these difficult times, it's nice to give families the option to enjoying this uplifting film at home where theater viewing wasn't an option. So there you go. Look, as I saw Vito in the chat from our last night, we did a very epic long Does Wonder Woman Suck? You guys can go click on that at the end of this. I'll tag it. But the question of, does this excite me? Look, I loved Wonder Woman, the first one. The second one failed to live up to the expectations, and I do think it was a script problem. Don't think it was a directing problem. I don't necessarily still know if it's Gal's fault from an acting standpoint, although I will admit, this is now showing her range is not very good, and she's clearly built for this role, and it was perfect in the first one. This one didn't, I think, showcase her abilities to the best. That said, the writing, which Patty was involved in with Jeff Johns, didn't have the same heft that the first one did. And I don't know if that's Patty just trying to do it herself this time, not with the other writers, but the ingredients of the first go-round were better. So to hear that she's writing this and directing this one as well, I hope she learns from her lessons on this one. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't that big of a fan, and this doesn't get me that excited. But look, I'm glad. Look, I like these characters. The one mediocre movie doesn't ruin a franchise. This one, look, let's hope they can hit the landing on the third one, and let's give them the benefit of the doubt. I do think Patty's got serious potential. She showed it in the first movie, and Gal is good in the role. Let's see if they can fix this. But yeah, I think it's good that she's been able to lock this Rogue Squadron. She's got a lot on deck. Cleopatra, she's got her next 3 projects already on deck. It feels like one of those has got to fall at a certain point. And we'll see what happens. My eyes are on her though, because I like her as a person. I respect her. But I don't know if this proves that she's as iconic as we hoped. She stumbled on this one, without a doubt. She stumbled. Still like her. Still don't think it's the worst. I see a lot of you in the comments. Yeah, she has no idea how to do action sequence. Patty sucks. Man, it's S. Yeah, someone else should write it. What the F with Steve just body hopping like Scott Bakula. Yeah, look, the second one made me barf. Jeez, you guys are brutal. But look, you're all committed. You're confirming what we've said, which is that the fans aren't that jazzed about this. If you guys want to get your comments in, you know how to support it. Thank you guys for helping here. And when I go live once in a while, your support actually helps because sometimes the live analytics don't translate later in the algorithm. But let's do something else, right? So we got through the Patty story. She's back It's happening. 3 is in the books. I've seen a lot of people go on their letterbox to rank these movies, and while we can't add the 3rd one, let's get into another heated conversation here, okay? I'm going to check out your chats. You guys can get involved as I'm doing this. If you super chat, you might be able to sway my vote, but I'm going to make an official ranking for me on what does the DCEU, what should this look like, all right? So here is the list as we have it here. And how do I do this again? Isn't there a way to edit the list? I thought there was. Hold on. Go to my lists. Lists. Okay. And oh no. How do I do this? It was ready before I came to air. And here we go. And edit. Cool. Okay. So here we are. I have them all in order. I did them by theatrical order here, so we can move these around. All right, so here's how this works. I'm letterboxed. Thank you, Jeff Harris. Not going to be here long because I'm going out for my birthday. Happy birthday, Jeff. Everybody wish happy birthday to Jeff. You can get a little cake emoji even if you don't remember, or throw some planets up for Jeff. But just want to stop and show my support before I go. Jeff, you are a gentleman. Thank you so much for helping. Makes the channel keep going. So thank you. You can always donate even when you're watching these on the replay. The link tree down there, it's always available. Any of your YouTubers, always nice. I get some support from you guys randomly in a day, and it makes my day. So thank you for inspiring me to keep going and investing in this channel. So thank you, Jeff. Good man. All right, so all right, guys. Here's the DCU list. I gotta be honest. When I look at this list, I don't like these movies that much. Even the ones I like, they would be low on my list of all-time top films. So, look, let's start with the back, okay? Let's start with the worst. For me, the worst of all of these films, again, you guys can chime in, the worst of all of these films still is Justice League. Now, the reason I'm putting Justice League at the bottom is I think it's sort of universally, even Snyder fans hate it because it's not Snyder's movie. It's just of the material. That one, come on, how did you mess that up? Now, I don't know if Snyder Cut will be better. We'll see. But the way it currently is, that movie is a tragedy of errors. And with such amazing characters, let's be honest, DC has better superheroes. They do. It is facts. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. I mean, come on. Those are the best that we have. And the fact that we got to unite all them for that crappy movie, that's a bummer. So I got to say, of all the turds here, there's several turds, sadly, in my opinion. Justice League is the worst turd. Okay, moving on to the second worst turd. I mean, look at this list, guys. It's hard. I'm sorry. It is hard. I know some people love all these movies, but man, I don't. Second worst, I think I got to go Birds of Prey. Yeah, if I'm really, because again, you gotta quantify which is the worst turds, and then we'll pile them up and get better. Birds of Prey is the next turn on the list. All right, so we're locking in Justice League. I'm locking in Birds of Prey. They are the worst. Birds of Prey was such a wasted opportunity, such a stupid movie, tonally a mess. I like Margot Robbie, but man, she does not work as a lead. Turds of Prey, indeed. And as we rate Turds of Prey, and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Oh my God, of one? Come on, what a stupid. The title alone just shows you what you're in for and ruined that movie. Potential, I like the Birds of Prey surprisingly a little bit, but man, this is bad. Sam, I see. Rankin trash. Wow, I feel you, Andy. Birds should have been worse. Really? You think Rigo, Birds is worse than Justice League? I don't know. I feel like Justice League is just more offensive to me. Justice League is still the worst because the characters are better than the Birds of Prey characters. And a Birds of Prey movie is like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Justice League being bad, it affects me more emotionally. Do you know what I'm saying, Rigo? So that's where I'm coming from. And one of the ones I've seen, James Taylor says S is greater than one, less than. So is it Man of Steel? Or S is Shazam, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Man of Steel, Justice League, BVS, Suicide Squad. Yeah, you guys can send a super chat over your list. I'll read them. But from a movie standpoint, yes, they're both bad. Birds of Prey and Justice League, those are easily, I think, the worst. And there's turds in here. Those two are the worst. I'm putting Justice League down below, like I said, out of just the disrespect to better characters. All right, so third on the list. Now, this is actually where it gets hard. Those first two are easy, to whatever your order on those last two. Now it starts to get interesting. What is the next worst movie? Man. And again, we're looking at just Wonder Woman 84 to Man of Steel. You know what? This might be unpopular. I don't know. I'm not even looking at your comments. I'm doing this on my own. The worst next movie. I think I got to keep Wonder Woman 84 there. I know, right? It seems like what? But no, I think I got to keep Wonder Woman 84 there. I'm going to come back to that maybe. Stefania, thank you. Oh, Stefania just sent over to Cash App. Cash App, the best way to send. You don't have to do that, Stefania. Thank you for your friendship and support. Yay for 2021. Thank you, Steph. Make sure to go support Planet of the Nerds. She's in there. Planet of the Nerds, where Steph and Chris do a lot of stuff. Kev, go support them. And bravo, Steph helped me get Movie World to monetization, so stay tuned. We got lots of cool stuff coming to Movie World, so Steph, I love you. Thank you so much for all your support and all you do here. Throw some planets up in the air for Planet of the Nerds in the chat. Now, Wonder Woman 84, I think I got to put that next. And I know some of you are going to say, what? What about Suicide Squad? What about BVS? Wonder Woman 84, I have no interest in rewatching. There's no moment in that movie that I enjoyed. Nothing. Wonder Woman 84 was just boring fluff and a mess. I liked Pedro Pascal, but even that, as I've sat with it, it didn't make sense. Cheetah's terrible. It's a bad Wonder Woman movie. They disrespect her. I feel like they don't give her a good role. This one is bad. I'm going to leave it there. All right, so here's my justification. The next two I'm wrestling with are Suicide Squad and BVS. But here's the problem I have. BVS, I know everyone rags on it. I've ragged on it. As I rewatched with you guys and Bunda and everybody, Batman v Superman does have a few cool sequences. It's boring. It's a disappointment. But the showdown between the two of them is great. The beginning with Ben Affleck is great. There are some moments to BVS that I say are better moments than Wonder Woman 84. And so I would also argue I think might be better than Suicide Squad, because Suicide Squad is a mess. But Margot Robbie and Will Smith in that movie elevate that crappy material to something better. So here's where I'm tentatively putting this. Now, I'm not locking this yet. I'm not locking it. Not locking this in yet, but I'll double check. You guys can send some comments over. That this is I'm debating between these two. This three right here is probably going to be the hardest part of this ranking. The warehouse fight is badass. There are parts to BVS that, as much as I disdain that movie, in trying to be better and looking at it, there are some moments in the movie that work. Wonder Woman's better in it than she is in 1984. Let's be honest. I got to put BVS above Wonder Woman. Is it better than Suicide Squad? Suicide Squad is a mess. It's really just two good performances and no good memorable scenes. Joker is a joke. Yeah, I got to put BVS above Suicide Squad. So this is where I'm at. Man, who would have thought BVS would get so high on this list? But these are turds in my opinion. So sorry. I'm not trying to be a DC hater. Just they're not my style. All right, so that's where I'm going. You guys can be arguing. Send over your comments. Well, it's fine. So now we have Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Man of Steel. Out of these four, I liked Aquaman least. It's true. I liked him. I thought Amber Heard was mediocre. I thought the movie it's tries to be this fun epic camp with the ocean war, but it wasn't fun. It was almost too serious while it was being its camp, and something never rubbed me as excited as everyone else was. That said, I didn't hate it. It was fine. And I got to put Aquaman there. So then it comes down to Shazam, which I see a lot of hate for Shazam in there, but I enjoyed Shazam. I thought it was actually creepy. I love the ending. I thought there were some fun moments. It's a good family film. But I think I'm going to leave Shazam at number 3, right above. These two are close, but Shazam slightly more entertaining to me than Aquaman was. Look at these comments. I'm sorry, Andy, but BVS single-handedly ruined Batman and Superman. Dude, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman 84, Birds of Prey, Justice League, they all suck. What's your point? Name one better sequence in those last 4 movies than even just the warehouse fight, or Batman, or Bruce Wayne seeing the carnage that Superman did in Man of Steel. Tell me, there are actual moments that are solid in BVS. There's nothing in the ones below it. is my problem. So you got to remember that. Shazam over Aquaman. Yeah, I see a lot of people annoyed, as I knew they would. But my reality here is if I'm going Shazam over, I just enjoyed it a little bit more family, more fun. Aquaman is cool. I actually enjoy these movies. These 2 movies I enjoyed. I enjoy these 4 movies. So now we're in enjoyment. These I did not enjoy. So out of the 9, 4 out of 9 I liked. I mean, they were okay. This one I didn't like. I didn't like any of these, but at least there were some moments I respect. I've come to respect. And Suicide Squad, there are 2 characters I respect. And the rest of these, I'm just, there's nothing of substance. So I'm done defending my point. Take it as you will. Jody, this list is straight cheeks. Next up on the list, Shazam, Wonder Woman, and Man of Steel is what I'm jockeying between. And now that I look at it, I don't think it's that hard. I think I got to put Wonder Woman at top, Man of Steel second. Now, all right. So this is the tentative list. Okay. I'm going to get so much hate, but it is what it is. This is my tentative list. Now, I will go to comments. If anybody wants to come in quickly or try to do it, Jody, I see you there. I'll let you in if you want to challenge this. Let me know quickly as I do this, because looking at this, this to me is probably, see, thank you, Aram. Shazam is much better than Aquaman. That's where I'm at. Differences of opinions. I'm not knocking either of them as much. Scotty G, thank you for sharing that. I gotta say, this is where I gotta stand. Now, I'm glad I wanted to do this live so I could see how you guys reacted. And I see a lot of you mad at BVS. You're mad that BVS is higher. And I'm trying to see, just chat over your questions, hold on, so I can sort of get, because there's a lot now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Katana has a sword that steals souls, David. Yeah, exactly. One of the worst, cheesiest exposition lines in my life. Yeah, man. This is interesting. So I think I gotta go there. Jody, did you want to? Are you around? You got this. Okay, go. If you want in, let me know. I'll let you guest in to school me. But on my list, going off of my opinions, guys, we're allowed to have opinions. I think this is where I'm at. And just to justify it one more day, just to make sure I'm correct on where I stand, so I can lock this in. Justice League, easily the worst. It's the worst. It's the most offensive because of the characters. The characters were completely destroyed in that movie, and it's a mess. Now, they were destroying BVS too. You're not wrong, but there were at least moments where they weren't, where I was like, all right, this had potential. Birds of Prey, again, what a mess, but not as offensive to me because I don't care about those characters. I don't even remember their names in the Birds of Prey. Justice League, way more offensive to me. So those are clearly the worst, and they're there. Wonder Woman 84, I'm just bored by it. And I'll be honest, I like Deadshot and I like Harley Quinn better in Suicide Squad than I liked anything in Wonder Woman 84. Pedro Pascal's the only thing I liked. The more I've sat with Wonder Woman 84, the more boring, and just, again, similar to the Justice League argument, I'm offended that Patty and Gal sort of underwhelmed us so much with 84. So I got to put 84 lower on my list just because out of disappointment. Whereas Suicide Squad, look, the third act is trash with the Enchantress and everything, but I didn't hate it as much as everybody else did. It distracted me, and Margot Robbie and Will Smith give great performances. So that's where I'm going to put Suicide Squad begrudgingly. And again, not a great film. And then BVS, it's a little higher than I thought too. But I got to say, based off everything, the warehouse fight, the reveal, there are a few moments in that movie that I do think, hold up, Wonder Woman, it's a disappointing movie, and it's not one I recommend. But I got to put BVS there. I'm growing. BVS and Man of Steel are 2 movies I've trashed for so long that as I matured, I'm like, all right, I got to adjust. They're not the worst movies ever made. They're just not what I wanted, but there are still some moments in there. Geekdom, damn, you're working. Yeah, I work nonstop. With Geekdom and I did some amazing Hugging the Cactus installments. Stay tuned. Those are going to be great. Thank you for coming on, Danny. They'll be dropping Tuesday of the next 2 Tuesdays. Yeah, so that's where I stand with BVS. Aquaman, I liked Aquaman actually, but I liked Shazam a little bit more. I liked the family dynamic in Shazam. I loved the creepy villains. It was scary at times. It felt like a good like 80s like Joe Johnston movie. And the finale in Shazam is probably the best third act finale in any of these movies, let's be honest. I didn't love Zachary Levi, but I loved the big element of it. It was something different. So Shazam surprised me, and I got to put Shazam above Aquaman. And then it comes down to Man of Steel, which it's not my Superman, but I've come to respect it more the more I've watched it. And I like that one. And I think Man of Steel has aged better. And it's not what I wanted, but I do respect it more than I thought. And I think Cavill gives a great performance. And I love, guys, I think out of this whole list, Diane Lane's scenes with young Superman are the most touching in all of these. And I still I always enjoyed that part, but I got to give Man of Steel a little bit more respect. But all that said, to me, Wonder Woman is the one. I watched that with my daughter recently. It was such a good rewatch, watching her enjoy it. What an amazing way to empower women without shoving it in your face, but just doing it with strong characters and the way you write it. And that's why Wonder Woman 84 slid down so low, because I thought, how did you mess that up? How did you mess that up? So that, yeah, you know what? Looking through it, I'm locking this in. Locked it in. That is my DCU ranking. I'll put that over on Letterboxd. This was a lot of fun. Maybe we should do this again sometime. I will do these live Letterboxd rankings with you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in and super chatting. And I appreciate you guys. Saw a lot of friends in there, so thank you guys for tuning in. Uche, good job last night. What's up, Danny, Vito, and Jody, and Steph? Go support Planet of the Nerds. Thank you guys all for coming in there. If you guys are watching this on the replay, make sure you subscribed. Can you go double check, in fact? Go hit it again. Go hit the all alerts, because YouTube actually sometimes unsubscribes people. Leave a comment, leave a like, all that stuff for good engagement. And while we're here, just to wrap up again, Wonder Woman 3 is coming back with Patty and Gal. This feels like a press release that it's like, well, duh. It doesn't say when, doesn't give any specifics. It feels like they just want to sort of lock in. They probably made this a deal arrangement when they made the deal. Like when they made the HBO Max deal, I'm sure this was already sort of in the cards. Jody, maybe you know better or whatever, but this feels like a duh. And they were sort of saving this on no matter what happened. Because look, regardless of the numbers of Wonder Woman 84 on HBO Max needs to make it seem like it's doing very, very well. Because if it's not, they're in trouble, right? Because it shows huge weakness for them, and all the other filmmakers who are waiting to see how this does, they're all going to be even more pissed. But the reality is we're not going to see any actual numbers here. They're not going to tell us how many people actually watched. They're going to lie because they can. There's no accountability here because they don't have to. Netflix doesn't release their exact numbers. There's no transparency, and that's what makes these streaming games dangerous, because what's nice about the box office is we all know, the actors, the people involved, we all know what a success was. Behind streaming doors, you have no idea. And in this case, Patty and Gal have sort of jumped in, and I think they're judging by the reaction online. I know there's some lovers. This was not a slam dunk for them. This was definitely oh crap, what do we do? And HBO Max has to be feeling that too. Granted, it's going to have a big opening weekend, but we'll see if that was really worth losing the box office opening weekend that they would have had. So this feels like, of course, and they sort of saved it for after the release, like the weekend of the release, to say, yeah, it's great. You want to go watch the movie? Because we're already making part 3. You can only see part 2 here. This all feels calculated and all part of the deal. So again, good for her for locking up Star Wars, locking this up, and Cleopatra. She's cashed in those chips. She's now got 3 cards on the table where she's got to prove herself again, like she did in that first movie and in Monster, for us, I think, to get more back into the camp of like, yes, legend. Because look, this for me, sadly, I love Patty, I love Gal. This was a step backwards, sadly. So, but good on them. I'm glad they get another shot. I hope they learn from the mistakes of the second movie. We shall see. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Uche, see, I'm gonna do. I've done a Marvel ranking. I've already done it, but I could do it again. There are a lot of. I think it's already on my. It's on my list. Did I do that one? It should be on here. I did my MCU ranking, and hold on, let me save this. I did an MCU ranking, and there's a lot of stinkers on the MCU list. But they've made more movies. There's 23 movies, and they absolutely have not. They're not perfect, Uche. So I hate when people are like, but Marvel. Here it is. Here's my list in the order. Again, and not to argue with us here, but Iron Man, starting here, Iron Man's my favorite going through here. But I would argue, yeah, it starts with Thor. Like Thor, Ant-Man, the Ant-Man movies, Iron Man 3, the first Captain America, I don't love it. I hate Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Unpopular opinion maybe, but Spider-Man Far From Home, disappointment to me. Doctor Strange, whatever, it was fine. Ultron, man, was such a bummer. Hulk, Thor: Dark World is just a Iron Man 2 is awful, dude. It's almost at my list, but Captain Marvel to me ellipsed that. So look, the Uche, like, just know, like, yeah, I gotta hate a lot of these movies. That's more than 9 Marvel movies I don't like. Ragnarok movie, these are the ones I like, but even like Infinity War and Endgame, they're not great movies. I'll be honest. This is the fan in me, just excited to see them all there. I would say Iron Man, Avengers, Winter Soldier, parts of Civil War. I like the first Spider-Man, Black Panther, and then the Thor Ragnarok are ones that are like, those are good. Those are solid Marvel movies. Everything else I think is just sort of meh. And so that's my Marvel list. You can go check that over on my Letterboxd at Andy Signor. I'll try and do some more stuff over there. I haven't really ranked a lot of stuff, but it's a cool place you can list and do things. But yeah, just so I'm clear, all the DC haters who think I'm only hating on DC. No, I don't like a lot of Marvel movies too. I hate when we can't criticize them both. Like when you look at these lists, come on, like you look at that list and you look at this list, like, I mean, come on, it's not even close. These movies are not as good. They're just not as the top of the Marvel ones, sadly, and they should have been because these characters are better. Come on. Wonder Woman, Man of Steel, Flash, Batman, better characters. And this, out of all the years, these are the 9 movies we have. I mean, I'm sorry, they're not good enough. It's not good enough. These could have been better. When I compare them to, and I like these heroes better, it's no comparison. But we don't need to keep comparing them. I just wanted to prove to the point of, yeah, I've hated on these, but I got more Marvel movies I dislike, so it is what it is. So again, DC, Marvel, we're allowed to hate them both. That's the moral of today's video. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you who gave some support today. I appreciate it. I'm going to clip this now so it can get some attention online. Watch it again when you see it in your feed. Stay tuned for more. Dude, I got some awesome stuff this week. I've been banking because I'm going to be out of town this week. I may still be live with Jody if he's available. As usual, I may try to stream from where I'm at Tuesday night to give you guys something fun for our Change Our Minds. But I no Nerd Awards next week and everything, but I got some amazing videos, so stay tuned. Again, hit the subscribe. I have an interview with a crew member from Batwoman. Yes. Had to use a voice decoder, but I spoke to them in real life to confirm they are part of the crew, and they were there for season 1. And this person's going to drop some truth about what happened. And Ruby Rose, you do not want to miss this exclusive interview that I got, as well as an exclusive interview with a lady who has seen a spaceship. I'm bringing the aliens back, guys. You're going to not want to miss this one. She saw real UFO. What? I talked to her. You're going to want to open your mind, Jody especially. It's going to be awesome. On top of that, I have finally open up about my truth with experience with Kevin Smith, some more Screen Junkies Plus stuff in the works. So next week's going to be fire. I got a video a day. Please go show it some love when you see them. Watch them twice if you can. Help the algorithm because the December revenue is about to drop, so everything you guys can help, the better. So all of you thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve, New Year's this week. Love you guys. I won't see you for a bit live, but the next videos you see will all be pre-taped for a little bit. Thank you for bearing with me and for supporting this channel in this 2020 year, for being here and when we do it. Lots more in tune coming, not stopping. We're going to keep going, and I appreciate all my Popcorn Planeteers. In fact, consider hitting that join next to subscribe. That's really the best thing you can do at the end of the year. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for more. Here are some other videos you can watch. Well, they're not there now, but they will be when I put them in after processing. But thank you guys for watching live. I appreciate all you. Have an awesome day.